Hey guys, it's OKB, and guess what? Susanoo Shisui is getting breakthroughs and skill trials, and he's going to destroy everything. He's going to be the next meta for the next couple months. That's my prediction. You can hold me to it because uh, I took a look at his abilities in China, his breakthrough abilities in China, and even if they change some of that in English versions, I think Susanoo Shisui is going to obliterate every single thing because he has so many abilities put together. And it's just insane. All right, I'm going to show you guys his 3-star version, and then we're going to compare it to the +2 mystery and the Y skill, and it's going to be complicated. I'm going to try to explain it and try to throw in the combinations, but it's like a ninja. You'll figure out the abilities as you use it because of how many abilities there are. It's like throwing a Biki, Kimono Shisui, and like 2 other ninjas. I don't know, like who scales a lot. Kimono Shisui scales. Ingots has irremovable ignition. Green Ninja Armada for some of the chase dodges, and you know what? I'm not even gonna try to describe this. Let me just show you guys. All right, Shisui, man, this is gonna be insane. So at the moment, 3-star Shisui has an ability, 2 abilities actually, that makes him stand out from the rest, and that actually gives him like a role of support maybe. So first of all, his mystery locks your opponent's mystery cooldown to 2. Only 1%, but it locks the mystery cooldown to 2 until the end of the next round, which means they can't you can't reset it. If you're 6 bats an hour, you can't reset it, which is awesome, right? It's also unmissable. There's some. It doesn't say interruption, but there is interruption. Suppress super armor, decent amount of combo to 9 people, which is fair, decent. Her standard attack causes ignition with a high chance of low float, ignores a little bit of defense resistance, which is nice, but the ignition is not irremovable and it doesn't hit the immunity to status, so it's not that big of a deal. His chase is repulse high, interruption, ignition, while increasing his attack and injuries by 12%, only 2 times, so it's like 24%. The scaling is nothing that good. Yeah, I mean, it causes ignition, but once again, it's not irremovable, it's not and it is dodgeable. So there's a lot of things people can do against him. His passive is in the even round, so round 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Him and one random guy will get explosive mode, and they'll have immunity to debuffs, 5% increase in initiative, so that's one of his key points. And the number of chases increases by 2 times until the end of the round, which, it's decent, it's fine. So I guess he does kind of scale more in round 2. But it's like round 1, round 2, round 1, round 2. It's not that consistent, and it's not that good in the beginning, which matters a lot. And so far, there's no healing. That's a huge problem. All right, the bottom passive is like he has super armor, and he reflects 2 debuffs. So it's like a double status reflect, which is nice. And when someone attacks him, they reduce the critical hit by 50% until the end of the round. Keep in mind, though, you can still get controlled. So Tendo's Obito can repulse knockdown and immobilize 2 times, and you have to chase knockdown and cause repulse and cause some sort of status reflect. If you throw in Great Ninja or Shimaru, he causes tag, or some other reflect, some other effect. So the double status reflect, while nice, can be overcome pretty easily in high level battles. Okay, that's his abilities now, right? But in a couple hours, we're going to get him. I'm going to have to show you guys this on Chrono Proxy because his breakthroughs have not come out quite yet. But he has so many abilities. I mean, just take a look at this. Take a look at how much text there is. Like, for each of these abilities, it's like having 3 ninjas put in one. That's what Susanoo Shisui is. And it's just insane. So, I mean, I'm just gonna go over this, and you guys make of it what you will. I'm gonna try to explain the combos and what you can try to do and make a team out of it. But don't count on me to make the perfect team, because without actually getting him yet, it's impossible to. It's just impossible to make it like the meta team out of this complicated series of. It's just complicated. All right. Mystery skills: unavoidable damage, suppress super armor, 4 combo. All right, so far so good. +2 gives 12 hits, 12 people. It causes knockdown instead of low, which is interesting. And this is also knockdown. Sorry, So they all okay. So far, still the same, except you hit 12 people. And locks the unit's mystery cooldown by 2 until the end of the next round, which is insane. Which means the other guy might not be able to use his mystery for 4 rounds, and then he recovers life by 50% leech. So that's pretty good. So he finally has some sort of healing. It's probably not on the level of 6-pass Naruto healing, because no, actually, yeah, no, it's probably not on that level. But at least he has some healing, so he can stay competitive now. Now his Y skill suppresses super armor until the end of the round, 9 units knockdown. So he doesn't hit 12, he hits 9. But he causes irremovable acupuncture, which neglects immunity for 2 rounds. Hits 9 people only. I'm not sure how much better that's supposed to be. But yeah, he also recovers 50% life. Irremovable acupuncture. Yeah, to me it feels like the increase their locking their mystery cooldown by 2 seems better. I think just because you can't remove that, right? This is irremovable acupuncture, which, I mean, it neglects immunity, but it won't hit through level 2 immunity status, but this will. So it feels like the +2 is just plainly better. I'm just not 100% sure. Maybe there's some sort of scenario where irremovable acupuncture is best. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of acupuncture effect. Like you have some other ninja that causes extra effects if someone has acupuncture. Something like that. Other than that, I just don't see how Y is better than +2. Okay, now for the standard attacks, he increases damage by 30%, typical, but it causes irremovable ignition for a line in the front row. Neglects immunity for 2 rounds, with a high chance of repulse. 2 rounds. Oh, man. So ignition for 2, well, not for 2 rounds. You suppress immunity for 2 rounds, but you cause irremovable ignition. But it doesn't last forever, so I guess it lasts until the end of the round. All right, so you kind of have to be faster. Okay, initially increase 30% splash damage to units 1 grade away. Extra damage. Very good. Ignores certain amount of defensive resistance and never misses. Yeah. Not missing, irremovable ignition, so neglects immunity. A lot of stuff here. All right, Y is very similar. I think attack a line with increased damage, so also increased damage. 5 combo. Irremovable ignition for 1 round. Okay, yeah. So, wait, hold on. Oh wait, you know what? +2 is okay. +2 means irremovable ignition for 2 rounds, not 1 round. Okay, I got them mixed up. So yeah, you just neglects ignition for 2 rounds basically, and then the Y skill is only for 1 round, but it also causes dispirited and cancels buffs and shield. I don't know what dispirited means, but it probably means you can't get buffs and shields for the next round, I guess. But it could be something different. But I'm just guessing that based on the name, right? High chance of repulse, and ignore some defense and resistance. So it depends on whether dispirited is that much more powerful. It feels a little bit like a support ninja, except he's the most powerful ninja, so don't use him as a support. Still, yeah, I would probably take the ignition just to stop people from healing, and you can out damage the other guy. Okay, now we have the chase. Repulse high interruption. He already had that in ignition for 2 rounds. No, I mean ignition. You can hit him 2 times, so that's pretty normal. But he increases his attack and energies by 15%, which is 30%, I guess, per round. But he also gets extra chase every single round, so it's technically 3 in round 1, I guess. Yeah, he technically has 3 chases in 1 round, similar to Susanoo Shisui. Causes ignition, but it's not irremovable ignition, so it's fine. Interruption, but this is basically more scaling than anything. But you can go up to 8 times, so I smell a new infinite illusion meta here, because he can scale 15% 8 times, and if you add in Shiranai or something, or Ashura or something, that's 13 times. So a maximum of 150% plus 45%, 195% scaling based on just chases, which is awesome. It's crazy too. I think he's going to be a mystery, infinite illusion mystery meta, probably chase meta too. Well, maybe Katetsu still hits a lot more times, but he doesn't scale as much. So maybe I think Katetsu will not win. Yeah, Katetsu only goes 6%. I think Susanoo Shisui might actually still defeat Yeah, he might still defeat Katetsu with the Infinite Illusion of Chase, but we'll see. We'll see. Daidara, that Rinafesta Daidara is also a contender there. All right, so this Repulse High Y skill causes irremovable ignition, neglects immunity, and causes sluggish, which sluggish basically means you're slowing down. So I'm just guessing it's slow, but you have to get a certain amount of chakra to remove it. That's my guess. Until the end of the round, which can be triggered twice around. And whenever he gets hit or causes damage, he increases attack and energies by 6%. Of so it's like Kashina's abilities in here too. I prefer this actually on yeah, I mean his scaling isn't going to be that much more powerful because he's going to have a lot more control. Irremovable ignition. So let's see, your mystery causes irremovable ignition. No, he doesn't. The standard attack causes. Okay, the standard attack causes irremovable ignition. So you can do this +2. So you could, I guess these are sets. So +2, which causes ignition, and a lot of scaling, or you do this one round of irremovable ignition. Oh, but this also causes irremovable ignition. So maybe you want to go for the scaling instead. But yeah, being hit, if you're hit a lot, I guess you can get a lot of attack and ninjas. Yeah. Okay, I'd probably prefer the +2 over the Y skill here. Except that sluggish ability is actually kind of nice. If you're using anything else, besides, yeah, if you're using anything else besides Shisui's position 1, I guess you could do something like this and slow them down. Yeah. This is probably a setup for the next meta, position 1 ninja. For now, just do the +2. Okay, yeah, that's crazy. So you have a passive, and this is an insane passive. He basically has a dodge similar to Minato, high chance of evading first attack, and then 50% of evading standard attacks. At the beginning of each round, all units will enter explosive mode 2, so it's sort of a support too. Additionally, reduces Shisui mystery cooldown by 2, so you get this every single round. Or I know, every single even round. Units under Shisui's explosive mode will have their initiative increased by 5%. Crazy, right? And then the chase time increases by 2. Pretty decent. Seems very similar to that Toad's chance to Raya, except it activates in round 2. And then whenever they suffer damage, increase their defense by 5%. So it's like Ibiki's defense increase, which is like a bonus. Explosive mode lasts until the end of the round. Okay, I think you have to queue your mystery first in order to have your mystery. So you actually have to be faster than your opponent. If it's a Shisui against a Shisui, I think you'll lose a lot because you have to queue your mystery if you want to activate this beginning of the round, reducing your mystery cooldown thing by 2. Because if you don't use it, then you have to. If you don't use your mystery in the beginning of the round, even before everything starts, then your mystery cooldown will go down by 2 in the beginning of the round, but then you'll use your mystery, and then you're gonna have to wait for your mystery. So, if it's 2 Shisuis, the one that's faster is definitely gonna win. All right, there's no exceptions to it, or there probably is exceptions to it in other sports, but at the moment, that's wow. Okay, the Y skill is also one dodge. No standard attack dodge. At the beginning of each round, all units will have 1 debuff canceled. So it's like Sage Kabuto's Y skill, I think. Enter level 2 explosive mode Y and reduces cooldown by 2. Alright, that's fine. That's the same thing. Units under explosive mode will have their initiative increased by 5% and receive 20% less damage. Alright, that's a very supportish sort of ability. Units attacking them will have a 45% chance of suffering from suppressed immunity until the end of the round. Explosive mode 2. So this is good against other Obitos. Against himself, it won't work though. You guys will see why in his bottom passive. But wow, yeah. Against Obito, you suppress immunity, cause ignition, and any level of ignition can stop Obito's healing, which is a big deal, and you can just out damage Obito and be crazy. Okay, so which one is better? I really. Man, increasing number of chases and damage. I mean, increasing defense, but this one suppresses immunity. and this is for any status reflect, so status effect. So, oh my gosh. So I guess you have to combine. So maybe hold on. Okay, this is last until the end of the round. Explosive mode Y. This is even rounds, right? Even rounds. Okay, I think maybe the +2 might be slightly better, because you don't actually really need to suppress immunity to status. Most effects here, you probably run Rinnegan Sasuke with him, with the fear. Yeah, I probably run fear with this so that, I mean, basically any high level ability now hits through immunity to status. So unless you really want to use, I don't know, Kimono Kakashi, for example, then remove him from the field, then this ability, the Y skill, probably is not as good as the +2. Alright, so the +2 is probably better. Increasing some defense is also kind of nice. Increasing chase is also kind of nice. So yeah, that's my take. Wow. 50%. Okay, yeah. The standard attack chase isn't that big of a deal in high level battle at the moment, because people are either irremovable or, I mean, yeah, he costs a lot. So wow. Okay, the +2 is probably better. Last ability, super armor, reflect first 3 debuffs. Simple enough. Units attacking will have 50% decrease in critical rate. That's fine until the end of the next round. Okay, that's different. And end of the next round. That's going to be a huge deal in terms of blitz. Their resistance will decrease by 8%. So this is more of a blitz setup. The 3 debuffs can be easily taken out by support ninjas, I mean. So that's fine. You can even use Water Main to do poison or something like that to take it out. But his other ability is, let's see. Whenever Shisui receives a debuff, cancel that debuff and receives an extra standard attack, up to 5 extra ones. This excludes irremovable debuffs, so it's like a level 1.5 immunity status. Units attacking Shisui will have the critical rate decreased by 50%. Okay, that's still the same. Not stackable until end of the round. So the difference here is that the critical rate does not decrease till end of the next round, which is actually, which is a pretty big deal actually. But you get extra standard attack, which is I think I would prefer the standard attacks, just so you can hit a lot more times. You can, let's see, he causes repulse, which, okay, so his repulse will help his chase. Yeah, I prefer this extra standard attacks because his standard attacks deal a whole bunch of extra damage. It's a 30% increase in damage, and he attacks a line, right? And he can also neglect immunity, cause ignition. Yeah, I prefer this over that. This is a better support, definitely, but this is the better position 1 ability, so the Y skill. So what we're going to do is this. All right, I'll probably increase, I don't know what Dispirited is quite yet. I don't think I really mind them getting buffs and shields either too. So I focus on more offensive abilities here. And then we're going to have probably immunity, neglect immunity here. And then for this, we're going to do lockdown. So a lot of +2s and 1 Y skill is my choice for the best. But it also depends on your support. If you want to create some sort of really complicated thing, most people probably won't even get what this is. All right, let's make a team out of this guy. And this is crazy. So typically, you're probably going to run something for. You're probably going to fight against other Susanoo Shisui Breakthroughs. You can fight against Obito, but like his abilities naturally just destroy Obito, so we don't really need to push it. But you want to do something like Jiraiya here. You can. Let's see, Susanoo Shisui Jiraiya. You can actually hit him perfectly fine. Oops, and probably, I don't know what main should I do with this. It's hard for me to decide, but maybe we'll probably run something like Root. All right, so we'll run something like Midnight Blade here. And the reason we won't want that is what's a warrior's intent. At the beginning of each round, they'll have their attack increased. For English version, their critical also increases by 40%. This is dispellable, but not that many ninjas dispel it these days, so that's nice. Also increased immunity debuffs, resistance increased by 100% will be nice for the beginning for a damage battle. Jiraiya for initiative, and then we'll throw something like, I don't know what support we should throw. I don't know what else we can do. I mean, Orochimaru is always a nice support here, but like he's even not even that necessary. He increases defense resistance, which is nice. Wait, how did this happen? Hold on. Okay, yeah, got stuck. I mean, what else do we put with this? I mean, Orochimaru is pretty standard now, right? He's gonna give him the extra standard. He's gonna give him extra defense resistance and extra damage and stuff like that. So this is pretty typical. But if we want to go above and beyond, I don't know what other ninjas we could think of. Kimono Kakashi won't work. Green Ninja Obito is probably one of the few ninjas that can probably make this work. So yeah, I would put Green Ninja Obito for sure. Simply removing the other Shisui from the field would work. Because they're going to have to aim at trying to kill Green Ninja Obito, and he has some chase dodge, so it's kind of nice. So, you know, this is one way you can think about it. Another way is probably just Susanoo Shisui can turn his extra standard attacks into extra, yeah. So you don't want to deal too much standard status effects if you're fighting against another Shisui, because that's basically the other meta now. So what should we do here? Someone who I mean, Ashura could work, right? Ashura Atsutsuki. Oh no, he does cause repulse knockdown, but that's fine because Shisui will take over the repulse, so we won't cause an extra immobilize or something. All right, so yeah, Ashura is really good here actually. Increase the number of chases you have by 1. Though I guess Shisui has his own ability for that, but that's fine. You basically increases ninjutsu resistance, and you're lowering their defensive resistance. Which is what you want. So that's a good buffer for Shisui here. What's another one that reduces resistance and defense or something? You can, like, one of my favorites is gonna be Ronin Zabuza, I guess. You can threaten them to stop their standard attacks, which can actually be quite helpful against Susanoo Shisui's. And so they're gonna have to aim for from Ronin Zabuza here if they attack you. And also, Lightning Mane also has Root, which gives him some extra defense, so he'll survive longer, right? That'll also help too. But yeah, that's my team, I guess, for now. There's probably a lot of ways to throw him out, but yeah, this is crazy. Oh, you know what? You can also throw in. So one of the things that I think people don't forget is Six Pass Naruto's breakthrough the abilities. He actually has this ability which causes Six Pass Ultra something causes. So okay, he has this thing. So if you're able to, so in the beginning of each even round, right, you're gonna activate his ability to hit a whole bunch of people and cause a whole bunch of combo. This can actually be a sort of a setup against. This could be a setup to help Susanoo Shisui. So Six Pass Naruto in the beginning of round 2 will activate his ball ability, which hits a whole bunch of combos. And then Jiraiya will be able to chase that and cause repulse. And then we're gonna have a repulse high with Susanoo Shisui. We're gonna have a high repulse with just summoning abilities, I guess. Yeah. And we're just gonna have a repulse, and then Shisui's gonna chase that repulse and gain a lot of extra attack and ninjutsu, and maybe cause irremovable ignition, or yeah. So Six Pass Naruto can actually be a support for round 2 because this activates in the beginning of the round, so it's like a preemptive attack before initiative. Okay, but you do want somebody who can, I don't know, cause repulse. The chase is high, so Rinna Festival sounds decent. That's probably Chinese style Hinata. Summer Hinata, or no, not Summer Hinata. No, he doesn't have that. Summer Guy. I guess you could do that if you don't have any chakra. I don't see any too powerful. Like Susanoo Itachi will have breakthroughs later on. I'm certain of it. But yeah, you can throw in Kimimaro with this too, with Root. Yeah, those are some ideas. But I think I really like the Ronin Zabuza idea. No, the Ronin Zabuza is not quite enough. Yeah. Honestly, just Indra is fine too. Uh, his abilities are so all over the place that in a battle between Susanoo Shisui's, the supports are gonna go crazy. All right, you know what? I'm done. I'm done trying to hypothetical. I'm done with hypotheticals, I guess. So, anyways, his abilities are crazy. He's coming, and you guys should beware of him. He's gonna obliterate um, Obito, and he's gonna cost as much as Obito does. Um, he always has, I guess. Let's see. We don't think. I don't think we have him in. Oh, we have like Ronin Haku here. Wait, is Ronin Haku gonna be a good support? Probably not. Um, all opponent ninjas that don't have a sword. Ooh, wow. Okay, that's pretty interesting. This is Ronin Haku is gonna be a Susanoo Shisui support too, because he's all for sword ninjas. Okay. Wow. I mean, those abilities are just insane. We're gonna take a look at what happens to the meta, but free to play people have no chance here. All right. I mean, unless you managed to get him from Wheel of Fortune last time, just like managed to somehow get his. I don't know. Even in the spender events, he doesn't show up that much. And in the rewards here, they're still throwing Obito, right? Yeah. Stop getting Obito and just go for Susanoo Shisui, because he's just that much better. All right, guys, I'm done. Um, if things are going to get this complicated in the future, I think most people are going to be left behind. I guess those are my final words. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have them. You probably do. A lot of the players that look ahead in China do. And see you in the next one.